Jaha, welcome to Iceland and thank you for traveling all the way from Gambia.
No, thank you for having me.
You're fighting to end FGM and child marriages. Can you tell me your personal story?
I would say that I had a pretty normal family based on the context in which we lived in. My father is a popular religious figure in the Gambia, and as per tradition, he had multiple wives, and my mother was the first, and she was an amazing, strong woman who did everything to protect us and make sure that we received all the love, care, and attention that we needed. When I was 1 week old, I went through female genital mutilation. I don't remember going through it because I was a baby. And at the age of 15, I was sent to New York to marry a man that I had never met. So I think, to me, the work that I do is a personal one because I know exactly what it feels like to live with both practices. And I know firsthand what the consequences of the practice looks like. And as a result, I think that's the reason why I'm so passionate about what I do.
Mm-hmm. What started your fight?
So I think what started my campaign against FGM and child marriage is the fact that I had a daughter. And I knew that having a daughter, if I didn't take action and if I didn't do anything, my daughter will be subjected to the same things that I went through. And I couldn't live in a world where I would want to see my daughter experience any of what I have experienced. So having a daughter, I think, pushed me to do something and take action.
How old were you when your marriage was arranged, and what did it feel like to come to the States when you were 15?
So I was 8 years old when my marriage was first arranged, and at 8 years old I couldn't get married because I was too young. But then I was sent to the US after my mother died at the age of 15 to consummate my marriage.
How old was your husband?
My husband, I don't know his exact age, but he was at least 2 times my age.
You were prepared. There was a woman who prepared you to have sex with your first husband. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's like tradition where I'm from, where when a girl is getting married, because a lot of times it's young girls that are sent to get married. And because of that, they know nothing about sex. So the night before you get married, pretty much you get like a sex advisor that teaches you how to do things.
What happened in your first marriage?
I was sent to New York and I met him for the first time. And I was 15 years old. I was expected to be a wife. I was expected to have sex with him. I was expected to cook. I was expected to be a normal, traditional housewife. And I mean, I think for me, all I wanted at that time was to go to school. And what I can say is being forced to marry has been the most difficult thing I've ever been through in my life. Personally, I believe that when you force a girl to marry, you've given someone the right to rape her over and over again, which is why child marriage is simply violence against women and girls. And that's the way we need to look at it.
Your action has been big. You've come a long way, and you managed to change the world. You started your fight in the States. Then you managed to change the laws in Gambia. That was 4 years ago. FGM is now banned legally. What is the main battle to fight now?
Being that FGM is banned in the Gambia doesn't mean that it's completely over. I think it's very important that we work with communities, religious leaders, traditional leaders, young people, and especially people that are of childbearing age, to make sure that they know about the law and to make sure that the law is actually implemented. But there's always other battles when it comes to violence against women and girls. There's always other things to fight, because when you look at it, it's the systems that are created to hold us back. And UN Women, for instance, has been working with the government of the Gambia to make sure that all discriminatory laws against women and girls are either repealed or reviewed or amended, which the Gambian government has agreed to do that, which I think is a huge step when we talk about equality.
Why do you find it important to work for UN Women?
So I think the reason why I love working with UN Women and agreed to become the first regional ambassador for UN Women is the fact that when we hear the word goodwill ambassadors, they don't look like me. And a lot of times they're rich celebrities that have made a name in either music or acting or things like that. And these are people that come with their own type of influence. But UN Women has made a case to appoint someone like me that has the community sense and knows exactly what it feels like to not only live with these practices, but to work on it from a grassroots level. And I think that's the kind of change we need in the world. And those are the kind of people that we need at the forefront, because it sends a message to even young girls who have been through these practices that shows them that because of what you've been through doesn't define who you get to become in life. So to me, that is powerful. Icelanders have been amazing in supporting UN Women. I think one of the things that they can do is to continue supporting UN Women by becoming monthly donors to UN Women. A lot of the donations that are given to UN Women go directly into fighting FGM and child marriage in communities.